Welcome, seriously welcome to a John Legg fragrance review. You know what, I'm so pleased you've come to this channel. I'm honoured with your presence. If you would consider a thumbs up and a subscription, I'd be so grateful, and I would consider it my privilege. Thank you. Right, so a few weeks ago, in fact maybe a month or so ago, I set myself a challenge of finding fragrances under £15 with the postage, and they're still good fragrances. And I've hit on a few really good ones. One of those fragrances was this one. Okay, it's made by LATTAFA Perfumes, and it's part of the ABIYEDH, if I'm saying that right, range, and it was the Rouge. Now this is pretty much a very good clone with a twist of Baccarat 540. Massive fan of this one. For 60ml it was around about £13.55, I think it was something like that. And you know what, it lasts well, it projects well, and if you like the sort of vibe of the 540 Baccarat 540, but this one's got like a fruity note over the top to make it more of a crowd pleaser, that in my book was phenomenal. Right, so having liked that one, I thought, let's find more in that range. So I went back on eBay and I spent a whole 13 British pounds. Actually, tell a lie, it was £12.99. Okay. So it's made by LATTAFA. In fact, shut up Leggy, let's show them it. Here we go, come with me. It's this one. Okay, so it's LATTAFA Perfumes, and it's just the original one. It's not called Rouge or anything like that. Okay, let's have a look at this bad boy. So £12.99 bought me this one, LATTAFA, and it's ABIYEDH. Okay. So very similar looking to the other one. Obviously this is sort of white cap, that's a Rouge cap because that's a copy of the Baccarat Rouge. This one I don't think it's supposed to be a clone of anything. Let's have a cheeky spray and talk you through. Okay, I have to warn you, this is an addictive scent, but I need to also warn you in a bit that it seriously leans feminine. Okay, let's talk about that in a minute. First of all, let's tell you what you get. Now, the first time I sprayed this, I was like, wow, that is just a pure, awesome vanilla note. And it's almost like you're sort of at maybe a sporting event, or you're watching a sporting event, and you've got that star player, and he's like, yeah, man, I'm the man. And I was just looking at the vanilla thinking, wow, man, I'm a massive vanilla fan. This is my favourite fragrance. And I suddenly realised, actually, there is some very good supporting notes. In fact, it's a bit like that megastar. You take away their support act, you take away all the sort of people who work around that superstar, and that superstar is kind of nothing, right? This vanilla, whilst it's the main stage, it's the big event, if you like, there are some other notes which seriously make that vanilla what it is. Okay, now I'm a massive vanilla fan. In fact, I love the way Mancera do vanilla. But when Mancera do a vanilla, it's a very high quality vanilla. It's quite often either a very sort of smoky, dirty vanilla, or if it's something like velvet vanilla, it's a very oily vanilla. This is an ultra clean blast of vanilla. Okay, but the supporting act, now this is important because it's got some woods surrounding it. It's got some guyat woods, I think, some slightly oady woods, but very delicate light woods, and it's got the saffron note. Okay, take the supporting notes away and the vanilla would just be kind of just a vanilla, and I was blinded to that at first, but when you consider this, and it is the most addictive scent I've probably got. I keep going back to it. It's incredible. Right, so the vanilla in this is a clean, almost slightly plasticky vanilla. Plasticky, I don't know, but I'm trying to describe it the best I can. It's almost a plastic, it's not an oily or a dirty vanilla, it's a very light, delicate, plasticky vanilla. Okay, the woods that surround it are very delicate woods. You know, a lot of people say, oh, I don't like old wood or Guyot wood because it's too pungent. No, the woods in this are delicate. They're so delicate, the woods. And the saffron note is just that amazing spice which just gives it, oh, it gives it that sort of slightly fruity, slightly beautiful, delicate note. This one, two things. First of all, it's dirty cheap. It's £12.99. And secondly, its performance, it punches way above its price range. It's filled the room now. I've put a couple of little sprays on my arm. It's filled the room. It projects really well and it lasts really well. You know, for £12.99, okay, let's be perfectly honest, it's not 100ml, it's a 60ml, but even so, you can almost afford to sort of put sort of 10, 20 sprays on you and it's cost you pennies. So go for it. Right, now, I will warn you, whilst I love this scent, and I've sprayed it for a few other people, the downside is a lot of guys go, Leggy, it's too feminine. I will hand it to you and I'll respect you if you say, you know what, Leggy, it's not really for a guy. But here's the thing. When it first goes on, it's, yeah, I'm going to say it leans very feminine. A woman, all the women I've sprayed it for, they just go, oh, that's really nice, that's really pleasant, that's really delicate sort of thing. As a guy, overcome that first initial blast of delicateness, and when it settles down it actually becomes very, for me, unisex. Okay, what's the worst that can happen, guys? If you've spent £12.99, you bought it, you've sprayed it and gone, I can't really wear this, it's too feminine. Give it to your girlfriend, give it to your wife, give it to your partner, give it to your next door neighbour. You know what I mean? Because you've only lost £12.99. Right, performs well, smells amazing, but it has divided the camps because I've sprayed it for a lot of guys and they either go one or two ways. They either say, no, it's not for a guy, or they say, you know what, actually, that is an amazing scent. I could deal with that. Right, okay, so if it was Fast and Furious and you've got Vin Diesel or the late Paul Walker, who would wear this? It's not a Vin Diesel fragrance, it's more of a Paul Walker fragrance. Right, okay. Now, I don't normally bother talking about the packaging, but let me just tell you one thing. See the way it's got a massive bottom, right? Massive glass bottom. I got out the cart and I've got it in my pocket. It dropped from about a metre onto some very unforgiving block paving. And look what happened. I don't know if you can see that. There's just a tiny little shiver. Most fragrance bottles would have just, I mean, I looked down expecting to see a million bits and sort of flooding out fragrance. This thing just sat there going, you know what? I think there's actually a damage on the block paving. But no, it survived because it's got this massive, massive sturdy bottom. Right, so hand on heart, wherever it is, what would I say about this fragrance? It is well worth buying. Okay, £12.99, you cannot go wrong. It lasts well, it performs well, it's an amazing addictive vanilla, essentially a vanilla scent. Okay, but I will warn you guys, if you want an alpha male ultra, I'm a man fragrance, that's not it. Okay, but you will like it, trust me. Right, thank you ever so much for coming to this channel. If you would consider a little cheeky thumbs up and if you would consider subscribing, what's the worst that could happen? Okay, so stay safe, spray fragrance every day, enjoy yourself, stay happy, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.